Hey everybody, Greco here, back with yet another video. So in this video, I wanted to put the combined powers of Ladros and Mars against that of Vetto. Now we're this is gonna be Vetto from the underwater temple arc, and Mars and Ladros as they were from the Witch Forest arc, as that is the last arc we currently saw them. Okay. I'm preparing myself to fight with people in the comments as I speak right now. I know you guys probably think this is a wash for Vetto, but I'm here to tell you, sorry to bust your bubble, but actually this is a pretty decisive win for Mars and Ladros. Let's get some things out the way, right? Okay. I am will because in the anime, they expanded on the Ladros and Asta fight, but I believe in the manga, Asta just one-shot Ladros, and that's okay because Asta technically one-shot Longris as well. Spirit Ladros, that is. So I'm willing to say Ladros is right around that of a vice captain level. Okay, that's fine. Somewhere around Kirsch or Longris. Maybe a little more than Longris. Maybe a little more. But not by much. But Mars is definitely at the level of a Magic Knight captain by the Witch Force arc, just from the sheer fact of how many high-ranking spells he was using. Him going up against Fauna, who was also said to be equal to, who was also said to be equal to a Magic Knight captain, and we actually saw her clashing with Nozel, one of the strongest Magic Knight captains in the underground cave at Neon. So Mars is definitely at the level of a captain. All right, Vetto was a monster, no doubt about it. It took the entirety of the Black Bulls to beat him. But, I mean, we only really saw Mars be defeated. Okay, the whole thing with Mars not being able to use his mana and all that and run out of magic, that's because Asta had to fight Ladros for his power up. Okay, we're not going to count that. Mars was getting ready to kill Klaus, everyone in the dungeon, had it not been for the arrival of Sylph. And Mars actually got hurt. He actually got hurt a little more than he normally would have, because Mars was one of the first characters to fight Asta. Mars knew nothing about Asta's anti-magic. Had he known that Asta's sword was anti-magic, he would have changed his strategy and probably wouldn't have taken as much damage as he did. But even while and he wasn't a shining general at this point. Mars would train and get even stronger in the dungeon. But even before he was a shining general, he was strong enough, even while weakened, to break free from Klaus's binding. Klaus, who was a relatively high-ranking member of the Golden Dawn, and he did this without a grimoire. Mars also wields two attributes. He wields mineral, and he wields Phoenix flame magic, which allows him to heal, and theoretically should give him fire-based attack potency, but we haven't seen that yet. But he has healing and attack magic. Ladros has the ability to absorb mana. These two tricks in conjunction is what's going to spell the end for Ladros. Ladros doesn't have an answer to those two things. I'm not going to say he doesn't have an answer to Mars's two attributes, but Mars's two attributes definitely cause it to be tricky. Because we've actually seen that Mars can use both his attributes simultaneously. As we saw him using in the Witch Force arc, he was healing him and Asta while he summoned his massive Leviathan sword to block Fauna's incoming attack. So Mars can heal as he's fighting. So that's a pretty... So I guess that's what sets him apart from other mages who have attack and healing spells, such as Vengeance, such as such as Pottery and Mimosa. They can either use healing or attack, but Mars can do both. So Mars can basically just keep refilling his health as he's fighting. Couple that with the fact that he is comparable or in the ballpark to Fauna, who is also comparable or in the ballpark to Vetto, as stated by Pottery himself. you got a good fight. That's a good fight right there. But then you add Ladros, and it's game over for Vetto. Guys, I really don't see how any of you could possibly argue in defense of Vetto. Either the Vetto I'm using here, the underwater temple Vetto, or the Vetto who shows up later when he's like resurrected. That one has more magic, yeah, but I still think the result is the same. Just it's a little more difficult of a fight for Vetto. But like I said, at the end of the day, the result is still the same. These two both on their own got the mana to, actually play around and dance with with Vetto. Put together, they're far too much. And Vetto, while Vetto doesn't necessarily have ranged attacks in terms of magic, because you might be thinking, Ladros needs to absorb, emitted attacks like magic fireballs and beams and stuff shot out. I don't think that's true. I think it's magic in general. As long as magic is activated and Ladros touches it, I think he can absorb it. I figured this based on the fact that Ladros, when Mariella got him with a sneak attack with her icicles, he absorbed those. And when Fonzel had him in binding. So if Vetto goes into his like rhino armor or his bear claw, whatever, I believe Ladros could absorb that. And we see that Ladros has the capacity to absorb power from spirits. So he's got a large capacity he can hold. Though there is a weakness to it. I mean, there's a limit to it. As Mars stated that the Witch Queen she could be used, you need the Queen of Witches' help to overload Ladros. Ladros' biggest weakness is that he's kind of cocky and he lets his guard down. But Ladros was able to, when Asta launched his anti-magic sword into Ladros was actually able to use his reinforcement magic to actually dislodge the sword on his own. I don't even think Vetto could do that, at least not easily. And then Ladros was still able to move, and he able to get the fauna to get his power up and all that. So both of these guys are both Mars and Ladros are very formidable contenders on their own. Put together, they're way too much for Vetto. Now, you're probably saying, there's no way. Like, one Black Asta beat Ladros, but it took the entirety of the Black Bulls to defeat Vetto. Well, yeah, but the entirety of the Black Bulls minus, let's see, a vice captain such as Noct or anybody, no spirit users. Noelle didn't even have her Valkyrie armor. She just unlocked Sea Dragon's Roar. She wasn't, that adept with it. And Vetto was impressive, blocking the Sea Dragon's Roar and all that. Well, taking the Sea Dragon's Roar and only losing an arm, but there's no Yami. Asta didn't even have his Black Asta form then. So we don't even know how that is. And that's our air heater thing going on. Sorry, guys. Yeah, he didn't have Black Asta. So who knows what kind of a power-up Black Asta is in and of itself. Like, it allowed him to easily beat Longris. The only reason why their fight was a draw was because Longris shot off and destroyed the crystal. Had it been an actual fight, Longris would have gotten the Ladros treatment. So, yeah. At the end of the day, Mars and Ladros are just too much. Mars could potentially hang with underwater sea Vetto on his own. You add in Ladros and it's way, way, way too much for him. I'm Glecko. Hope you all enjoyed this. Video. I'll see you all back again with more. Thank you for watching. Wait. I'm sorry. I just forgot about something. Okay, so I'm making it like Vetto is strong. Like, he beat 50 mages just barehanded, but they were like really fodder mages. And like I said, he fought all the Black Bulls, and he took out the strongest of the underwater temple. Vetto is a powerhouse, right? He's one of the apostles of Sephiroth, one of the 12. But remember, this was a weakened version. But even if we use an awakened version, but I want to bring up one thing that I forgot to mention. Vetto never fought. Yeah, Vetto fought it took all the Black Bulls to beat him. But Vetto never actually fought all of them at the same time either. Different groups arrived at different times. Now, listen, yes, that's still impressive, but I mean, fighting 10 people within different time periods of one another versus fighting 10 people simultaneously, I don't know. Because when you think about who was there to fight him, there was there was Luck, Magna, and Asta. Those three together could have been a pretty difficult, well, could have been a tricky fight for him. Add Ghost, add Charmy, but no, he didn't fight all these hacks people at the same time. He fought them all bit by bit, which allowed him to adapt to them. And sure, at times he was holding back, but still, had he fought all 10 simultaneously, this would have been an absolute wash for him. Like Finru, Vanessa, all of them, they would have, oh, I'm not going to lie to wash, but he would have struggled. But that's my piece on it. I'm going to go ahead and end the video on here. This is Glecko. Thank y'all for watching.